Hi, everybody. Mary. So, I am in the Chicago area, for those that don't know, the Midwest, and we're going through some crazy weather. It's kind of nice out right now, but apparently there's going to be a bad storm. And I wanted to kind of touch base this week. As you all know, I've been doing whale breathing awareness through mental health. And one of the things that's been really interesting since after the eclipse is a lot of what I want to say sporadic, hard energies that people are kind of bumping into within themselves. And one of the things that's really nice about breath work is it helps us to calm the mental and bring more the quiet within the body. And a lot of my clients this week have been talking a lot about that kind of mental not able to drop in and why am I obsessing. And one of the things that happens when we're sometimes moving some hard energies, we have a tendency to resist our breath or resist the energy, which is energy, and motion is emotion. In my feeling, now again, this is just my sense from the work I do, that we get it's easier, we kind of go back into the fear or flight breath. And then when we get into the fear or flight breath, which is that shallow upper breathing, the mind is kicking in stronger. And I talked a little about that last week, about how it's important to anchor. So we're going to do a little different breath this week to just talk about how can I really just let go and get back into the body. And this is an exercise that I was taught way back in a different type of breath. And what it is you take the inhale. Well, first you put your tongue on top of your mouth behind. And this is actually a Qigong type work, but it helps to regulate the body through how we're breathing. So you put your tongue up on the roof of your mouth, and then we inhale with the mouth open. With the mouth closed, but the tongue's up there through the nose. And we do that 7 times. So did you see how I was forcing it out and letting so I inhale through the nose and then I exhale really strong out of the mouth. And you do that 7 times. And then what it does is then we go into the diaphragmatic breathing. So what that is, again, it's going back into that space of center where the diaphragm is. Oh, yeah, I'm going to I lost my other headpiece, which is in the center. So after you do that 7 times, you drop back into diaphragmatic breathing. And you let yourself just drop into that beautiful space of gravity. Because remember, it's a circular breath. So you're breathing a medium inhale, soft, short exhale. And then we go back into the inhale. And what I want you to be aware of is that exhale, it's so important to surrender in allowing yourself to feel the rest in the exhale. And the interesting thing, you guys, is the breath. That's our breath. That's our universal breath. That was the breath we're born with, the diaphragmatic breathing, not the other breath. But what happens is when you do that 7 times, you're really forcing the energies to move. And then we go into the diaphragmatic breathing and we connect into a more peaceful, calming energy, and then it brings everything back in alignment. So it's interesting too, like I was saying about the weather and the storms. I mean, the body is so similar to how Earth works. And when we have too much imbalance, the body creates disruption, storm. And when you're getting caught up in the mental, there's a lot of imbalance going on. And how do I get myself back grounded into my body and align in harmony? And so, like I said, when you're doing that breath, the first one with the tongue, and inhaling through nose, you're really pushing out. You're connecting to that belly because we're pushing from that space. And it's creating like a disruption of getting stuff moving. Energy and motion is emotion. Then we go into the diaphragmatic breathing. And make a point of doing that, which I will connect that original YouTube with this one. Because what happens is you're giving yourself the permission to breathe and realign the body. Mental health is we're too much in our head. And what we're trying to do is let the brain rest. It's on all day with our social media, meetings, Zoom, talking, intellect. Let that rest and give the body the opportunity to balance us out. And really allow ourselves to meet the calmness through the storm. And how I want to end this is by just, even as you're breathing, to visualize, you guys, when you're, like, think about those, for those that have gone, I mean, the redwood forest in California. There's such powerful presence about them. And for us to really connect to that energy within us and ground into that Mother Earth energy to support us and breathe is so powerful and so beautiful for the body. Our body is continuously speaking, and the awareness of am I paying attention is up to us. And if our body's too heady, it's telling you what? What is it telling you? And you're going through too much mental thinking or feeling really a lot of emotions, but you're not letting the body process it. Because that's what sometimes will happen. It will go into a whole fear or flight motion, and then the heart and head are trying to run it, and then everything feels very overwhelmed. That's a great exercise too if you have a bad conversation, if you feel are having a hard time, had a moment of an argument, or you're just feeling stressed out about something, to just take that time to do 7 of those breaths, and then even 10 minutes of the diaphragmatic breathing, 5 minutes, and just get it all aligned. So thank you again for stopping by, and look at that magnificent tree behind us and how they just, the leaves are just reaching to the sunshine, but yet they're so rooted to the Mother Earth. Be the tree. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. And I look forward to sharing some knowledge next week. Take care. Mary Rondenet from Blooming Rose Healing and the founder of WhaleBreathing. If you're ever feeling like you need some education or work with breath, I'm that gal. Thank you and have a wonderful day.